as a tool to do that. So getting young people to set up their own businesses, getting people from hard to reach and marginalised communities to become successful through enterprise. Having been a young offender myself, I was on the Kilroy show at the age of 16, being scrutinised by Robert Kilroy for being a vandal. I used to go around vandalising cars and very disengaged and into all sorts of negative entrepreneurial activities. I won't go into any more detail than that. Not completing my education, which was I kind of regret it, but I don't in a way, because the story transpired into something quite amazing afterwards. I blagged myself into one of the best business schools because I was really passionate about business. I followed the guy around for a long, long time, the dean of the school, to let me in, and I promised him one day that we'd give him money and launch a scholarship fund, which we've just done this month. And in fact, I've got to shoot off at 6 o'clock to go and interview the 2 scholars that we might be taking on at the university. So that was Cass Business School, where I studied, graduated with a first class honours, and that's with no A-levels and a very bad GCSE. So that was quite a story of how business changed my life. And it shows that when you're given a second or third chance in life, that you can actually make something. You know, someone takes that initiative and says, you know what, you've got something, you've got a little bit of creativity, you've got that entrepreneurial flair, you've got some negotiating skills which you might have acquired negatively somewhere, and you're blagging yourself into a school. Now let's put that to use, and you know, this is what happens. So my pledge with the Small Business Consultancy is really to inspire as many young people from marginalised communities to set up businesses, or just be inspired by enterprise somehow. So think more entrepreneurially. Enterprise is not just about setting up businesses. As you all know, you can be entrepreneurial at work. As Terry said, you know, he's nurtured a team of like-minded people earlier on, which we heard. Having people that think just outside the box slightly is very important. At present, we're working across 10 regions. We work across London. In a period of austerity, we've grown the organisation 10 times over the last 10 months. We were set up with the support of some of the most highest profile entrepreneurs in the country, some amazing business and community leaders. Our chair is here today, so Sheila, you can wave your hand. She was a former head of youth service in Newham. That gave me my first break working with young people, really disaffected young people in some of your toughest centres, which was a challenge, but when we cracked it, it was just the most amazing return on social return on our investment, which was time. We've worked with offenders, ex-offenders, substance misusers, young unemployed people risk of becoming unemployed, pre-exclusion students in schools, and really tried to change their life around through enterprise. And I don't know, hands up if you own a business in the room already. It's quite a few entrepreneurs. You two should definitely have your hands up at the back. It does change your life, and it is a journey of highs and lows, and it develops you as a character and a person. And we've kind of used that to develop a program called the E=MC² program, which you're going to see. You'll see the banners of outside, and you're going to see some of our participants as well. Then the Einstein moment, which I stole from Einstein. This is the 21st century Einstein. This is where the new energy is, and this is the reaction of the new energy. It's E=MC² is what the program's called, and the M is the desire to create wealth, money. The C is anyone's creative abilities inside themselves, so the ability slightly differently to other people, being creative, thinking outside the box. The power to the two is applying those and actually combining them and taking them to another level. That is what gives birth to an entrepreneur, because it's thinking differently and having that desire to make money is what entrepreneurship is really about, you know. And we've set up 4 businesses over the last year, which has been they've been an amazing journey for us to support some of the most amazing young people and people from a disadvantaged backgrounds to set up their businesses. We've doubled the confidence level of people that have come into our programs on average. I'm just going to give you some stats now. We've reduced reoffending rates by 96% of any offenders that have come into our programs, which has been a kind of a record really around London. When we say that, when we give that statistic to people, they're like, what? How did you do that? And how did you monitor it? Which is another question they ask. And we've got strenuous social impact tools that we use to monitor all of